Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for June 14th. June 14th is the 165th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 166th in leap years, with 200 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is Socratic irony. A week or so we talked about the Socratic method, and that Socrates, he was quite a guy, wasn't he? Here's another word or phrase actually named after him, Socratic irony. This is a noun that means a profession of ignorance in a discussion in order to elicit clarity on a topic, in order to expose a misconception held by another. Of course, this is another method that Socrates used in his teaching methods. I've placed a link in the show notes to a video that goes more in depth about Socratic irony and how that line of questioning goes. Earliest documented use of the term Socratic irony is 1721. And with that, we're going to start in the year 1158, when the city of Munich, Germany, was founded by Henry the Lion on the banks of the river Isar. On June 14, 1775, the Continental Army was established by the Continental Congress, marking the birth of the United States Army. On June 14th of 1777, the Second Continental Congress passed the Flag Act of 1777 and adopted the Stars and Stripes as the flag of the United States, hence Flag Day. On June 14th, 1789, HMS Bounty mutiny survivors, including Captain William Bligh and 18 others, reached Timor after a nearly 4,600-mile or 7,400-kilometer journey in an open boat. Yikes. This is the birthday of American author and publisher John Bartlett, born June 14, 1820. His best-known work is a book called Bartlett's Familiar Quotations. I believe you can still find it in print in book form. There's also available in a digital form. Mr. Bartlett lived to the age of 85. On June 14, 1822, Charles Babbage proposed a difference engine in a paper to the Royal Astronomical Society. A difference engine is an automatic mechanical calculator designed to tabulate polynomial functions. What a bunch of word salad. But look, polynomial, that means many numbers. So it's really just a long way of calling it a machine that can figure out complex math. These difference engines, by the way, have evolved quite a bit in the intervening years. Now we call them calculators. Charles Babbage was a mathematician, philosopher, inventor, and mechanical engineer. He originated the concept of a digital programmable computer and is therefore considered by many to be the father of the computer. This is the birthday of German psychiatrist and neuropathologist Alois Alzheimer, born June 14, 1864. He's credited with identifying the first published case of what was then called presenile dementia, which of course later came to be known as Alzheimer's disease. Dr. Alzheimer lived to the age of 51. Hawaii became a United States territory on June 14, 1900. Mary Cassat was an American French painter. She started out in America, moved to France. She never married nor had any children of her own, but she sure created some of the most touching and beautiful mother and child art that I've ever seen. Beautiful work. Mary Cassat passed away on June 14, 1926, at the age of 82. Pennsylvania became the first and only state of the United States to celebrate Flag Day officially as a state holiday on June 14, 1937. The U.S. House of Representatives passed the Marijuana Tax Act on June 14, 1937. This was an act that placed a tax on the sale of cannabis. German occupation of Paris began on June 14, 1940. This is the birthday of American businessman, entrepreneur, television personality, and 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump, born June 14th, 1946. President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed a bill into law that placed the words "under God" in the United States Pledge of Allegiance on June 14th, 1954. The first daily operating monorail in the Western Hemisphere opened to the public in Disneyland in Anaheim, California on June 14th, 1959. Interesting day for birthdays. June 14th is the birthday of English singer-songwriter and producer known as Boy George, born June 14th, 1961. He's the lead singer of the pop band Culture Club, who recorded global hit songs such as Karma Chameleon and Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? And I think that's going to do it for us today. I hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. I always do. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure and give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And feel free to share this video with others. Images are retrieved from Bing Images, either public domain or licensed free to use and share. I think the correct terminology is free to share and use. Our lovely outro music is Divine Life Society by Jesse Gallagher from YouTube Music Library, and there's a link to his channel in the show notes. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Many mistakes, so many mistakes. All right, what is wrong with my mouth today? All right, let's try that again. That might not make it into the video, we'll see. Changing it up.